Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It is me, the sassy blonde writer, here to talk to you about different types of story structure. Different stories must be told in different ways. Today I'm going to tell you all about the different ones that you can use and where they are most common. This is by no means an exhaustive list because there are a lot of different types of story structures, and honestly they're evolving, creating new ones and new story structures and narrative structures every single day. All story structures have the following elements in common. You have this inciting incident, character growth, plot twist or midpoint reversal, rising action or build-up, climax or confrontation, falling action, resolution, that would be the ending. Each story structure that I'm about to go over includes all of those elements. What makes them unique is how much time they spend in each part. Think of your story like a piece of pie. End of the day, you're going to have a story, you're going to have a slice of pie. The structure is just different ways you can slice it. If you are a planner, this video is going to help you figure out how you want to structure the plot of your book because, like I said, different stories have to be told in different ways. You're not going to unfold a mystery the same way you would a romantic comedy. If you are a pantser, keep these in mind as story beats as you write. This will help you when you get to the editing process, make it sure that your story flows all together, you don't have a lot of rambling or pointless scenes in your story. If you are editing, this will also help you because you can figure out what you need to add or to cut. 5-act structure. 5-act structure isn't really talked about on authortube, which is why I'm talking about it now, is the most common in Shakespearean tragedies. It is also very common in mysteries, including Agatha Christie. If you need a visual of this, I suggest watching Doctor Who's episode, The Unicorn and the Wasp, because it really breaks down the basics of writing a mystery and how the structure usually ends up happening. So Act 1 is the exposition. Here, the audience learns the setting, the time and place. The characters are developed a little bit. We're introduced to the different characters, or in a mystery, the different suspects, the protagonist or the detective, depending on what you're writing, and a conflict is introduced. In a mystery, the conflict could be, oh, the rich guy's gonna write all of his kids out of the will. I wonder if he's gonna die. Something like that. Then you have the inciting incident. In a murder mystery, it's also known as the first body. That's usually the first murder that happens. Then Act 2, you have the rising action. The action of this act leads the audience to the climax. It's common for complications to arise. You have your B plot or sometimes even a C plot, and for the protagonist to encounter obstacles. Around this time, you have the red herring if you're writing a mystery. Then Act 3 is the climax. That is the turning point for the play. So this is going to be your midpoint reversal. So your climax in this structure happens about halfway through, maybe a little bit more. It's the turning point of the play. The climax is characterized by the highest amount of suspense. Then you have the falling action. That's the opposite of the rising action. The falling action is the story is coming to an end. The unknown details, plot twists are revealed or wrapped up. I should also say that it's either the rising action or the climax is where you find that second body. The falling action is sometimes the hero or the detective scrambling to put everything together before somebody, meets like their doom or whatever. I just said that so casually. Act 4, your falling action, is when you want to wrap up those plot twists, start tying everything together, and then Act 5 is the resolution. That is the final outcome of the drama. Here's where the author's tone about his subject matter is revealed. You can find out the moral of the story or a lesson is learned. In a murder mystery, this is usually when you find out what was really going on with the perp and their backstory. We can look at a very popular example, Romeo and Juliet. Act 1 is the exposition. You get your setting, Verona, Italy. It's the 16th or the 17th century, depending on what the adaptation is. The characters, we have the Capulets, the Montagues, they don't like each other. And we also learn who Romeo and Juliet is, the conflict. The Montagues and Capulets don't like each other. Do we know why? No, but they still don't for some reason. The inciting incident, Romeo and his friends crash the Capulets party and he sees Juliet and he's in love. And then you have Act 2, the rising action. Romeo and Juliet fall in love, but they cannot be together because their families don't like each other. They decide to get married in secret. Act 3 is the climax. After crashing the Capulet party, Tybalt, this is B-plot, Tybalt goes after the Montague crew and kills Mercutio to avenge his friend Romeo duels with and kills Tybalt, Juliet's cousin. Romeo is banished, but before he gives Juliet a proper wedding night. In Act 4, the falling action. Juliet's parents arrange a marriage for her in Paris. She and the friar have an elaborate plan for her to get out of the second marriage by faking her death. Part of this plan is that Romeo will receive a letter letter from Juliet saying she is not dead. Romeo, having never received the letter, thinks that Juliet has died. Romeo buys poison and goes to her tomb to commit suicide. Why he feels the need to go there, I don't know. Act 5 is the resolution. So Romeo confronts Paris at Juliet's tomb because Paris be creeping and slays him before taking his own life. Juliet awakes from her sleeping potion and sees Romeo has committed suicide. She takes his dagger and kills herself. Then Friar and the nurse explain to the Capulet and Montague families that the two lovers were married in secret all along. Both families are saddened by the situation and vow to end their long-standing feud. Happy ending for, everyone except the main characters. Alright, that's all I got for you today, so quickly let's just put it all together. 5-act structure, which is the most common in Shakespeare and also in mysteries. Each structure includes things. You have the setup, the inciting incident, the character growth, the plot twist or midpoint reversal, rising action or build-up, the climax or confrontation, falling action, and resolution. How do you pick which one to use? Think about what kind of story you want to tell. Like I was saying, different stories need to be told in different ways. If you're writing a mystery, I would highly suggest a 5-act structure. It's all about how you want to tell your story and how quickly you want to go through it. You want to think about why you are writing the story and how you want to unfold all those details. So that's all I got for you today. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this one, please hit that subscribe button. I post new videos 1 to 2 times a week. And of course, happy writing!